Okay, we got Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater official game overview featuring David Hayter.
What does it take for a remake to become truly legendary? I think you're gonna like what you find.
Bro, I never played Metal Gear.
Remaking a beloved classic is like sneaking into a secret weapons facility. One little misstep could mean disaster. You have to keep everything that fans love: the story, characters, gameplay, music, and of course, voice acting. But at the same time, enhance it for modern audiences. Not an easy job. So let's dive deeper, and what better place to start than the completely overhauled book.
Nice. Cutting
Delta
edge
is
graphics.
built in Unreal Engine 5 to achieve an unbelievable.
Oh my god, this looks so good. So like I tried to play not a remake, but like, is this a remake or remaster? I don't know. I tried to play like the Xbox 360 version of like, I bought like a random 3-pack of like, what was it, Metal Gear 1, 2, and 3, or it was like, was 2 Sons of Liberty or something. I mean, I forgot which pack I bought. It was like an Xbox 360 thing, and I tried to play Snake Eater. Um, just going off the rip, I had, I don't know. I just I was in like the wrong mindset when I tried to play Metal Gear. Like, I know it's a good game, and I've watched my buddies play it. Like, I'm sitting there on the couch back in the day, and because my buddy was a Metal Gear fan, and whenever I would watch it, I would be like, "Oh, this is pretty cool." Because I used to play Splinter Cell, and I thought Splinter Cell was like fun. So it's like, this is kind of like stealth actiony. So I was like, this was like a natural progression. This is like kind of in the same vein, but not really, but kind of. So I was like, oh, all right, let's give it a shot. So I tried it, and bro, the graphics were just so dated. I was just like, I don't know if I could do this, man. So I just decided to like hang it up after like an hour or two of playing it, which is arguably like, it's not like a good try for like a game, but like with this like graphic overhaul, I'm like, damn, I really got to give this a shot.
Level of detail. All the iconic characters are better than ever, with completely revamped models. Snake is brought to life with extreme realism, incorporating
That's
minute
crazy.
details like wrinkles and pores, and even separating the eye and iris, all of which allows us to create visually richer characters. We've also upgraded the battle damage system. Tears, bruises, and bullet holes mar Snake in real time, telling the story of each player's unique gameplay choices. The injuries on your body remain throughout your journey. And the rest
That's
of the
pretty
iconic
cool.
characters, like the boss, return in style.
Enhanced environments.
While retaining the original landscape, the thick vegetation of the jungles, forests, and swamps have been completely remade with cutting-edge detail. Every inch of the world has been rebuilt to make the Cold War look beautiful, at least as beautiful as it can be, as you sneak into the jungle. Just make sure to pick the right gear for the job and use your highly advanced stealth training.
Your highly advanced CQC. Bro, this looks so good.
Metal Gear Solid 3 took gaming to a new level of cinematic storytelling. Delta breathes new life into every cutscene with dynamic lighting, detailed facial animation, and improved sound design. Yet it remains completely faithful, shot for shot, and with nearly all of the original voice acting.
Nice.
Even for longtime fans, watching these updated scenes is like experiencing them for the first time. Commencing virtuous mission now.
Play styles, new and legacy.
So,
is he just in the game? They just put him in the game.
I know what you probably want to hear the most about. How does the game play? Whether you're old school or playing for the first time, Delta has the best of both worlds. With Legacy style, the game plays like the original, with similar overhead camera and controls. But if you're used to modern shooters, we offer new style.
That's me.
A controllable third-person camera.
I actually like that.
Maintain that trademark Metal Gear Solid.
That's so cool.
This is the game you remember, but massively upgraded.
So like that was another big thing for me because I hadn't played any like, I don't know, top-down games that were like Metal Gear. So trying to just, you know, essentially a lot of the levels, it seemed to me, I mean, I don't know if it was like actually like this, but like if you start at like point A is right here, I'm gonna whip out the paint, like bang. And then we do this, we do pencil. Whoop. So if this is the level, it's like, this is point A and this is point B. Your only goal was to just get there. You know, yes, the level could be a little more complicated in that it could have been like, there's a this way, and then a that way, and then a this way, and then a that way, and then, you know, maybe you went this way, and then you went that way a little bit. But essentially, you're still like always going north, more or less. I thought that was just like so weird because I was used to like Splinter Cell. Like the levels were arguably like kind of like a big, more or less a square, and it's like you would either start like down here or like over here, and like the bad guy would be like on the complete opposite side, which is like, it's kind of the same, but like you can go anywhere and like do anything and kill like all the bad guys every which way to get to the end. But it's like, it kind of felt like, you know how Call of Duty is like a rail, it's not a rail shooter, but like there's clearly like invisible walls on the levels where like you can't go out of. And I just didn't like that for Metal Gear. So that was like kind of off-putting to me. But like maybe the camera alone just being over the shoulder will be enough for me to be like, okay, this feels good. So I mean, I'm excited. I really want to play this.
I also have some intel to share. Starting today,
the pre-orders.
Pre-order MGS Delta.
Oh God.
Retail partners in the Americas, UK, and EU. For fans looking for something special, there are also these incredible collector's editions available.
Like if you like the game and you like the franchise, go ahead and pre-order it or whatever. I mean, it seems like you get like some cool stuff, but like I'm not pre-ordering this stuff. Like, come on. I don't care how good a game is. I'm not pre-ordering it. There is no scarcity for this. Like if this is like a physical like metal game case, does the game come in it as well? Collector's box, does like all this shit come inside it with a physical copy of the game? Because if that's the case, then sure. But if it's like pre-order the digital edition, like I ain't doing that.
In the Americas. I'm joined by special guest producer Noriaki Okamura. Okamura-san, thank you so much for joining us. So please tell us a little bit about your role on this project.
I've been working at Konami for the last 30 years now. My first role was on a game called Policenauts? I've also worked on a number of Metal Gear games directly as producer on Portable Ops and the digital graphic novel. Okay. Bro, the art style for Metal Gear has always been like freaking awesome, I thought. It's been over 10 years, but I'm back producing on Metal Gear titles again with the Master Collection and Delta.
Are there any original Metal Gear staff left on Delta and the Master Collection? And what made you come back to the project?
Myself included, there are still plenty of people on the team who were part of the original games. Nice. But it's true that many have moved on or are no longer involved. Everyone who is no longer working on Metal Gear is pursuing their own path now, and that's going to remain the case for these titles. So why even bring these titles back if that's the case? Well, we're seeing that more and more newer gamers aren't familiar with the series. I'm familiar, I just haven't played them. We can go online and see what's Metal Gear. Never heard of it. Yep. Okay, so they're kind of tuned in, but we've been entrusted with the future of Metal Gear, and we will consider it our responsibility to make sure people can continue to enjoy the series. Nice. That's why we brought Metal Gear back into action.
How did you settle on these games, Delta and the Master Collection?
Well, to start with the Master Collection, we had several titles that were actually pulled from stores a few years ago. Okay, that's fair. These were games that came out more than a decade ago, so we had some issues we had to clear up around the rights for the real-life footage that's in the games before that were in the games before we could put them back up. Okay, that's fine. We heard from fans that they were eager to see the games available again, and we were working towards that. But we thought if we relisted the games for older platforms again, that would leave out everyone who doesn't have those. True. So wouldn't it be better to have them released on current systems that people are using now? Yes, that's a good decision. And that was the idea behind the Master Collection. Now, when it was released, we got a lot of unhappy feedback where people were struggling with bugs and playability issues and issues with the resolution. Yeah. And we're very sorry that the game wasn't up to the standards, but we're still continuing to update and improve the game to address these issues. All right. We want everyone to still be enjoying Metal Gear and its compilation, even 10, 20 years from now, so we hope everyone will give us a little more time to get it there. Now, as far as Metal Gear Solid Delta, you can look at how games in general have gone from 2D to 3D, how their graphics have progressed, and Metal Gear has evolved in the same way. It started as 2D pixel graphics, then went to 3D, then to looking something like out of a movie. Okay. So when I look at it, I think of the history of Metal Gear as a lot like a history of all video games, and the Master Collection as a kind of experience retracing that history. Nice. When I consider it that way, do I think it's meaningful to present these titles the same way they were and not go out of the way to just change a lot of things? Pixel graphics can stay as pixels, early 3D can stay looking a little crunchy, is how I see it. But obviously new generations of players keep coming, so we needed to do more than just put out the same games again. Yes. With that in mind, we left the gameplay, the story, and the voice cast of the original as is. Nice. Good decision. But we had to bring the graphics and controls to play feel up to modern standards, all of which have changed over the years. So all of that has been updated, but the core game and the creative vision of the original staff, none of those parts of the game have changed. Even while updating it, it was very important to us to be faithful to those aspects of the game. And that's how we created Delta. Plus, the Metal Gear story spans a whole epic saga, so we had to think about how to introduce people into it. But I think Snake Eater is probably the ideal game to begin with, so that's why we choose it for the remake. Hell yeah.
Anything else you want to share with the fans?
We want the players to be able to judge for themselves whether this new team is right for the job of keeping Metal Gear going. So far, like, it looks good, dude. So please, keep watching and keep us honest. Oh, yeah. Yep.
Thank you so much, Okamura-san. ありがとうございます。
Damn. Yeah, just keep the team, dude. Just based off of this alone, yeah, just keep the team.
Since its release, Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater has defined itself as one of the most influential and impactful video games of all time.
Oh, yeah.
With Delta,
this was the political game before political games were political games. This was how you do politics in games right.
Fans can expect an unbelievably detailed update to this classic. Both newcomers and longtime players alike can experience this masterpiece like never before. This is the definitive, once-in-a-generation remake you don't want to miss.
Please release on PC. Metal Gear Solid Delta. Snake Eater. Is this only going to be on PlayStation? I'm going to be so sad if it is.
So I want to talk.
Like, yeah, like I want to play this, but like, what's it on? Like, let me. It is. Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater is coming to PlayStation 5, PC, Xbox. Egba. Oh my God, yes, bro, I am psyched. I want to play some motherfucking Metal Gear. Oh my God, this is so fucking good. I'm excited. Holy shit, dude. I will finally be able to play an iconic game. That's badass. Oh my God, I'm so excited for this. All right, that's enough for me. I'm excited. I want to see more. I don't know when it comes out, but hopefully sooner rather than later. But yeah. GG's, man. All right, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.